Hello, Paul here from EMD Automotive. This car here, this Cayenne, was towed in last week for the actual problem with the actual no start situation on this car here. So pretty much everything's back together. I have replaced the actual fuel pump on both sides on this car here. I just want to show you what we found here on this side here. All of this here, see this here, was all full of dead leaves. And this side here as well. This side here as well was full of dead leaves as well. And biggest problem was the actual one of the grommets was blocked for the actual drain. Anyway, so I'm going to show you the drain. This is the actual drain. See how blocked the drain is. I take them off and throw in the bin. There's no need to have that in your car, because what they do is actually they clog up with dead leaves and create problem for the actual car. So what happens is the oil, when this is not oil but the actual water, will leak into the cabin because they're not leaking out from the car. So this is the other one as well. That's the left hand side. Throw that in the bin like the other one. Alright, so now we're going to actually show you some of the stuff I found. Come here, I'll try to come there for 2 seconds, thank you. Alright, this is the actual relay box. There's a lot of wiring here. I had to repair some wiring from before, and someone's been here before to actually put a system in the car to cut the car so it doesn't actually start. I just want to see, I've got new relays, the fuel pump relays. I've got those two there, one there, and that one there's the fuel pump relays. That's the engine relay, and this is your air, those two there, the green one, that's your air pumps relay, but this is the engine relay. So I have replaced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a starter relay, sorry, that one there. This one here, they got it in Germany, so I can't replace that one there, but I'm going to order one anyway, and I'll tell the customer to come past and I'll just replace it for him. Anyway, let's go back. So now we're going to start the car up, and then we'll start the car up, and then we're going to show you. There was a lot of stuff we had to check as well. I had to check the fuel pressure of pump number 1 and fuel pressure pump number 2. Pump number 1 was just under 4, I think, so 3.8 bar, and the pump left hand side pump was actually running about, say, 1.2 bar, struggling big time. So we have replaced both fuel pumps, done my wiring harness, all the repairs are done already, and now I'm going to start the car up. Just finished putting a brand new engine speed sensor into this Cayenne here. So if your Cayenne still got the original engine speed sensor, I advise for you to get it done straight away. Just replace it, even if it's, otherwise we'll leave you on the side of the road. They're already starting to go right now, as I've done so many so far, causing a lot of problem. Alright, now let's start it up. Perfect. Car starts. Little bit of knocking noise. Top end. It's normal on the older Cayenne. Okay, everything's fixed. Starting problem's fixed, but we're going to show you something what we found here. Some kind of coolant leak we found. Alright, have a look at the drive belt here. That's cracked already. See that? If you see a drive belt like that, you need to change it ASAP, otherwise the belt will just break off while you're driving. That's an aftermarket sun plug. Radiator's alright, not leaking. So now we've got a little mark, coolant mark here. It looks like they've done the actual coolant pipes from before. They usually leak from the back here. Low control arms. Alright, let's have a look at the center bearing. Put the light there on top here. Yep, look at the center bearing there. I'm going to move, see the crack there? I'm going to move this is going to come off probably in about 2 months max, maybe 1 month. That's going to break off. Center bearing is gone on this car here as well. So what else? Yeah, probably the most important thing on this car here is the actual center bearing, this one here. And I'm going to bring it down, have a look at the coolant leak from the top, and then the belt. Alright, cam cover starting to leak, as you can see here. Cam cover starting to leak on this car here, both sides as well. This side just starting. It's worse on the actual left hand side. You can see the spark plug lead as well, leaking here. See that? Alright. Now we're just going to pressure test the whole system, make sure it's holding pressure. Looks like it's been, the mark on the gearbox, underneath the gearbox, looks like the actual coolant hose was leaking before. And they've done the replacement, but they haven't cleaned it all up. So that's why it's very important to clean the mark every time you finish doing a job. Otherwise other people will actually think there's a leak somewhere. Usually when you see a leak, you can see that down here, that corner there will be full of coolant. Be all pink there and all red here, and using the water pump as well, you can see something inside there. Alright, now we're going to put everything back together. Right now it's holding pressure, as you can see. Usually when there's a leak, you just drop down straight away. So it's looking good. So we're going to put some sealant here. We're going to put some sealant on this cover here. There's a bit of rubber there, you can see it there, but not good enough to seal properly when and the reason why the water went inside here is because the actual drain was blocked on both sides, causing the water to get into the actual e-box. Alright, but we're going to remove the relays first, and then going to spray some of the spray on the relay. Alright, now we're going to spray it. So just want to show you what I mean, because everything was wet on this car here. So we're going to spray one at a time. Don't worry, this is all, they dry straight away. Just spray the terminal just like that. You're not going to short anything because this spray is pretty. See how quick they dry? It's a terminal spray. So alright, that's done. Alright, I'll just get you to spray this one here, that one there, and that one there, and then put some silicone, black silicone around here, and then we'll seal it, and the screws are here inside there on the seat. Anyway, so I think that we're gonna conclude there. So I'm gonna talk to the customer. We're gonna do the actual, he can do the cart shaft later, but I'm do it now. Probably advise him to do it now, otherwise it's gonna break off and get stuck. He can't drive the car. And the dry belt. Alright, cooling system's holding pressure now, so it looks like the repair has been done before for the coolant hoses, but they didn't clean up the mess downstairs on the actual gearbox. Alright, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.